Find your way to standing at the top of the mat. Feet together, gentle gap between the heels. Take the arms down to the sides. Actively extend out through the tips of the fingers. Allow the eyes to close. Begin to follow the breath as it moves in and out through the nose. And starting to build that breath right away. Letting each inhale and exhale be a little longer than the last. As you deepen that breath, start to deepen the awareness in the body. Noticing the sensations, the breath, the mat underneath your feet, the clothes on your skin. And starting to take that mental scan of the body. Noticing if there are any areas of tension which you can relax. The areas you could bring more space. If Ujjayi breath is in your practice, start to find that here. Creating the light constriction at the back of the throat for an audible breath sound. And bringing the awareness down to the feet. Pressing into each individual toe. The balls of the feet, the heels. Bring the awareness at the legs, starting to firm up the quadricep muscles. Pulling up on the kneecaps. Awareness traveling upwards, starting to find that slight tuck to the tailbone. So you draw in on the low belly and low ribs. And a gentle squeezing together at the shoulder blades to draw the shoulders down and back, broadening across the collarbones. Firm up the muscles of the arms around the bones. Extend even more strongly out through the fingertips. Find a slight tuck to the chin, a lift to the back of the skull. So you lift through the crown of the head. Each inhale, find a little more space, get longer through the spine, expand through the body. Each exhale, grounding into your space. Bringing this heightened level of awareness with you throughout your practice. Keeping that connection between mind, body, and breath. Join the palms together over the heart. Take a moment if you'd like to set an intention for your practice. Take an inhale to lift the chest. And exhale to bow the head. Inhale to gently lift the chin. Flutter open the eyes. Inhale, palms sweep up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Take a soft bend at the knees as you come down. And then as you're here, take an inhale to lift up halfway, lengthen. And exhale, start to take any free movements you need in the body. So bending one knee and the other. Maybe coming up onto the toes, maybe a little squat and bounce. Anything you need to wake the body up this morning. Taking these opportunities of free movement to bring even more awareness into the body. And starting to find some stillness. Take an inhale to lift up halfway, lengthen the spine. And exhale to fold. Twice more like that. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen. And exhale to fold. Last one, inhale, lift up halfway. Send the chest forward, draw the shoulders back. This time we'll exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank pose. Holding here for one full breath cycle. Deep inhale. Press a little further down into the mat with the hands. Feel the shoulder blades lift. Full exhale, find that slight tuck to the tailbone, that drawing in at the low belly. One more inhale here. As you exhale, lower the knees nice and slow down to the mat. Find your tabletop position. Make any adjustments you need to stack wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Neck nice and neutral with the rest of the spine to start. On the next inhale, tuck the toes, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale, untuck the toes, press the mat away, rounding through the spine. Curling the tailbone forward, tucking chin to chest. Inhale to your cow pose. Toes tuck, belly drops, gaze and tailbone lift. Exhale, untuck the toes, press the mat away, lifting through the back of the heart, curling that tailbone forward. Once more like that. Inhale, toes tuck, belly drops, gaze lifts, teeth gently touch. And exhale, rounding everything in, lengthen through the back of the neck by tucking the chin. Inhale brings you back through a neutral spine. We'll tuck the toes, lift the knees, press up and back, find your first downward facing dog. Once again, as you're here, few breaths, free movement. Walk out your dog any way you need, sway the hips side to side, maybe a couple of rolls to plank. Anything that's calling to you today. And starting to find some stillness. On the next inhale, lift up high onto the toes, soft bend at the knees, gaze comes forward. And exhale, step your way to the top of the mat. And once you've reached the top, again, soft bend at the knees, inhale to lift up halfway, lengthen. And exhale to fold. Inhale, press down through the feet, come all the way up to stand, palms pressed at the top. And exhale, hands over the heart. Inhale, palms sweep up overhead. This time, exhale, hands come behind the back, interlace all 10 fingers behind you. Big inhale, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. As you exhale, keep the grip with the hands, bring the fists over that right hip. Keep drawing the elbows in nice and close to the body, especially that right elbow. Take a big inhale, stand up a little taller. As you exhale, drop right ear to right shoulder. Let the weight of the head go completely here, creating that big stretch through the left side of the neck, using the weight of the head and by pressing that left shoulder down. Beautiful, guys. Draw that right elbow in. One more inhale. One more exhale. Next inhale, bring the gaze up through center. Knuckles reach back behind you. Switch the grip so opposite thumb comes on top. And exhale, knuckles to the top of the left hip. Again, drawing that left elbow in nice and tight to the body. Tucking the tailbone, stand up nice and tall. Deep inhale. And exhale, drop left ear to left shoulder. Again, weight of the head creates the stretch as well as pressing down that right shoulder away from the ear. Be mindful of the posture, trying not to let the butt poke out, the ribs flare in front of you. Draw everything in through center. And one more inhale here. And one more exhale. Next inhale, find your way back through center. Knuckles reach back behind you, gaze lifts. Exhale, deep bend into the knees, forward fold over the legs. Knuckles reach forward any amount. Let the head relax. hang down heavy. Staying in the fold, release the hands down to frame the feet and separate the feet about hips distance apart. Option here to grab opposite elbows, take a nice ragdoll pose. Or if you like a little more length and stretch into the neck, maybe once again interlace the fingers and take the hands around the base of the skull. Once the hands are there, just letting the elbows drop together will create enough of a stretch. You never want to pull or yank on the neck or the head, just giving it that little bit of extra weight. Maybe taking a little sway side to side, back and forth. One more inhale. One more exhale. Release the grip wherever you are. Hands down to the mat. Walk the feet back together. Take an inhale to lift up halfway, lengthen. Exhale, plant the palms. Step back, plank pose. And this time holding here 2 full breaths. Deep inhale, press down into the hands. Feel the back of the heart lift. Deep exhale, draw low belly in. Feel that slight tuck to the tail. One more slow inhale here. And full exhale. Take an inhale here, shift the weight forward. As you exhale, lower down the knees, chest, and chin. Elbows hug in tight to the body. On the inhale, tops of the feet press. Slide through, peel the chest up, cobra pose. Elbows still hugging close. As you exhale, come to hands and knees, tabletop. Next, inhale, right heel kicks back behind you, rolling outer right hip down and pulling the ribs up away from the mat. Find that little bit more activation into the upper back. Feel for spinning the inner thigh upwards, kicking back through the heel and extending forward through the crown of the head. One more inhale here. As you exhale, rounding the spine, draw knee to nose. Press the mat away with the hands. Really find that rounded cat back. Inhale to extend, kick the heel back, reach crown of the head forward. Exhale, knee to right shoulder. Bring it up as high up that right arm as you can. Inhale to extend, reach back. Exhale, knee to left shoulder. As high up as you can across the body. Inhale to extend, reach back. Exhale, cross the right leg over to left side of the mat, planting right toes, and bring the gaze to look at your right toes behind you. Again, nice little stretch for the right side of the neck. Stay nice and active with the hands, the shoulders, the core. One more inhale here. Exhale, release, find your way back through tabletop. And right into second side. Next inhale, left heel kicks back. Roll outer left hip down, kick out through the heel. Drawing in and up on those low ribs and the low belly, lifting the belly away from the mat. Finding that inner spiral of the inner thigh. Big inhale here, kick back, reach forward through the crown of the head. Exhale, round the spine, press the mat away. Draw knee to nose, try to make contact. Inhale to extend, kick back, reach forward. Exhale, knee to left shoulder, nice and slow, bring it up nice and high. Inhale to extend, kick back. Exhale across the body, knee to right shoulder as close as you can. Inhale to extend, kick back. Exhale, cross that left leg over to right side of the mat, plant the toes there, and bring the gaze over right shoulder to gaze at your left toes. Nice little stretch for the neck and maybe even all the way down through that left hip. One more inhale. Exhale, release, tabletop, and tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward facing dog. Inhale to lift up onto the toes, bend the knees, gaze comes forward. And exhale, step your way to the top of the mat. Take an inhale to lift up halfway length. And exhale to fold. Press down through the feet. Inhale brings you all the way up to stand. Palms press at the top. And exhale, hands over the heart. A little differently now. Inhale, palms sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. This time the right foot steps to the back of the mat. Drop the right knee down. Inhale as you lift the gaze, roll the shoulders back. Plant the palms, tuck back toes, step back to plank. Take an inhale here, shift forward. Exhale to lower knees, stretch chin or chaturanga. Elbows hug the ribs wherever you are. Tops of the feet press. Inhale to slide through cobra pose or upward facing. Exhale, tuck the toes, press up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips. Kicking right heel to your seat, reaching left heel down towards the mat, and dipping that right shoulder back down level with the left. Nice, guys. One more inhale here. Exhale, rock forward, draw knee to nose, nice and slow. Find that cat spine. Lightly step right foot between the hands. Right hand can help it there. And drop left knee down. Inhale, lift the gaze, lunge the hips. As you exhale, left foot meets the right, forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, palms sweep up, come all the way up to stand, lengthen through both sides of the body. And exhale, hands over the heart. Second side, inhale, palms sweep up overhead, lengthen as you lift. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot steps back long. Drop the knee down. Inhale, lift the gaze, lunge the hips. Plant the palms, step back to plank. Take an inhale here, shift forward. Exhale to lower down your way. Inhale to slide through, curve the spine. Exhale, roll over the toes, press up and back, downward facing. Inhale, the left leg sweeps up and back. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips. This time, left heel kicks to the seat. Right heel sinks back down towards the mat, though it never has to touch. Bring that left shoulder down level with the right. It loves to peel up off the mat on this side. One more big inhale here. Exhale, nice and slow, rock forward, draw knee to nose. Step left foot between the hands. Drop the right knee down. Inhale, lift the gaze. Again, teeth gently touch, stretch the throat. Exhale, right foot meets the left, forward fold, top of your space. Inhale brings you all the way up, lift, lengthen as you rise. Exhale, hands over the heart. Again, inhale, palms sweep up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot steps back long, drop the knee. Inhale, lift the gaze. This time we'll exhale, come up onto the left heel, straightening the left leg to fold over at half split. Inhale brings you back forward to your lunge, rebend left knee. Plant the palms, step back, plank pose. Take an inhale here, shift forward. And exhale to lower down, your choice. Inhale to slide through, curve the spine. Exhale, press up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg sweeps up and back. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips. Kick the heel to the seat, dip that right shoulder down. One more inhale here. Exhale, nice and slow, rock forward, knee to nose. Step right foot between the hands, left knee settles down. Inhale, lift the gaze, lunge the hips. Exhale, left foot meets right, forward fold. Inhale, palms sweep up overhead. Exhale, floating right back down, this time right back to that forward fold. Left foot steps back low. Drop the knee. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale to that half split, straighten the right leg, pull up on right kneecap. Inhale brings you back forward to the lunge. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, plank pose. Inhale here, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to slide through, curve the spine. Exhale, press up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg sweeps up and back. Exhale, bend the knees, stack the hips. Level off the shoulders, drop that right heel up. One more inhale here. Exhale, rock forward, knee to nose. Step left foot between the hands. Right knee settles down. Inhale, lift the gaze, lunge the hips. Exhale, forward fold, right foot meets left. Inhale, sweeps you up. Lengthen the ribs out of the waist as you rise. Exhale, hands over the heart. Inhale, palms sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lift up halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the palms, step or float, take it back through your vinyasa. If you're floating, always landing with the elbows already bent in your chaturanga. Meet in the downward facing dog. Beautiful, guys. Next, inhale, right leg sweeps up and back. Bend the knees, stack the hips. One more deep inhale here. Exhale, rock forward, draw knee to nose. This time we'll inhale, right leg sweeps up and back to that three-legged dog. Exhale, rock forward, knee to left shoulder. Extend that right leg out. Plant the foot, left palm peels up, fallen triangle. Big inhale here, peel the hips up one more inch. As you exhale, keep the hands and the feet where they are. Slowly lower the seat down to the mat so you end up in this wide-legged seated pose. Big inhale, lift up through the chest. So you exhale, maybe starting to take a little baby fold through center, still early in the practice. If you waved your way down, wave your way right back up on the inhale. Plant right palm behind the right knee. Inhale, left hand sweeps up as you peel the hips up off the mat, right back to that fallen triangle. Nice, guys. Left palm plants. Inhale, right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Nice. I'm glad we all made it. Big inhale here. Exhale, rock forward, knee to nose. Step right foot between the hands. Inhale, fingertips sweep forward and up, high lunge. Take a peek down, check out the alignment. Make sure that front knee is stacked directly over the ankle. And see if you can wiggle back your left toes enough that the heel stacks directly over the ball of the foot. See if you can drop the seat a little lower while still finding that slight tuck to the pelvis underneath you, maybe even a soft bend in that back knee to help find a little more length through the low back. The shoulders are tight and we vector out the arms, take them out a little wider. Big inhale here, sit up tall. As you exhale, right hand reaches back, left hand reaches forward, twisting to the right. Thumbs face up, palms face forward. One more inhale here. Exhale, see if you can twist a little deeper, work that right shoulder back. On the inhale, right hand sweeps down, forward and up, back to your high lunge. Exhale to open out, find warrior two. Again, keeping that front knee stacked directly over the ankle, sinking the hips nice and low. One day that right thigh is parallel with your mat. Soft shoulders, no tension in the neck. Back foot parallel to back edge of the mat and digging into pinky toe edge of that left foot. Next inhale, flip the front palm, drop the back, peaceful warrior. See if you can stay nice and light in that back hand, even as you rebend the right knee. Next inhale, find your way back up to T. Exhale here, sit a little lower. Next inhale, find your way back to that high lunge. So left hand sweeps down, forward and up. Come up onto back toes. Beautiful, guys. Big inhale here. Exhale, torso hovers over that front thigh, charging lunge. Arms are in line with the ears, gaze is at that beautiful right big toe. One more inhale. As you exhale, hands come through prayer at the center of the chest. Start to shift the weight forward, coming into your warrior three, balancing on the right leg. Flex the left foot, toes point down behind you. Again, finding that drop to the outer left hip by spiraling up through that inner left thigh. One more inhale. As you exhale, soft bend in the right knee. Cross the left leg behind the right. Step left toes off the right side of the mat for a curtsy lunge. Fly the hands back and deepen the bend in the right knee. Beautiful, guys. Nice job. See if you can find your way from here right back to that warrior three, hands through prayer. Left leg back, move mindfully. Nice job. Left foot meets the right, forward fold. Let it go. Take an inhale to lift up halfway, lengthen. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank. Either take it through the vinyasa or right to the dog. Nice job, guys. From the dog, next inhale, left leg sweeps up and back. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Heel kicks to your seat, big inhale here. Exhale, rock forward, draw knee to nose. Inhale, stretch up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, rock forward, knee to right shoulder as high as you can. Keep the knee there, straighten out that left leg. Plant left foot, right palm heels up, fall in triangle. Press hips up away from the mat, feel it like a back bend. One more big inhale here. As you exhale, hands and feet stay where they are. Slowly lower the seat down to the mat. Find that wide-legged seat. Big inhale through center, lift up through the chest, flex the feet, pull the toes in. Exhale, maybe waving down for a quick little forward fold. If you wave down, inhale, slowly wave your way right back up. Plant the left palm behind the left hip. On the inhale, right back to that fallen triangle. Right hand sweeps up, press the hips up away from the mat. Right palm plants. Left leg sweeps up and back, three-legged dog. If you get lost on the way there, it's okay, just find your way back. Big inhale here. Exhale, rock forward, knee to nose. And step the foot between the hands. Inhale, fingertips forward and up, high lunge. Beautiful, guys. Again, front knee stacks directly over the ankle, thigh approaching parallel with the mat. Stance long enough that the back heel stacks directly over its toes. Maybe vectoring out the arms, taking them out a little wider if the shoulders are tight. And again, finding maybe that soft bend in the back knee to find a little more tuck through the tailbone, a bigger opening into the front of that right thigh. Big inhale here. Exhale, open out, twisting to the left. Left hand reaches back, right hand reaches forward. Thumbs point up, palms face the direction you do. Shoulders soft away from the ears. One more inhale. One more exhale. Maybe twist a little deeper, work that left shoulder back. Inhale, left fingertips sweep down, forward and up, high lunge. Exhale, open out, warrior two. Back foot comes flat, parallel to back edge of the mat. Arch of the right foot bisecting the heel of the left. Left knee still stacks directly over the ankle, working the hips nice and low. One day that front thigh is parallel with your mat. Soft shoulders, weight out of left toes into left heel. Next inhale, flip the front palm, drop the back, peaceful. Staying nice and light in that right hand. Rebending into the left knee. Try not to lose that sink in the hips. One more inhale. One more exhale. Next inhale brings you back up to T. Exhale here, sit a little lower. Nice, guys. Right back to that high lunge. On the inhale, right fingertips sweep forward and up. Big inhale. Exhale, charge your lunge. Torso hovers just over that left thigh. Arms in line with the ears, neck neutral with the rest of the spine. Beautiful, guys. Big inhale here. As you exhale, hands come through prayer at the center of the chest. From here, starting to tip the weight forward, find your way to balance on that left leg, warrior three. Again, flexing right toes down towards the mat, rolling outer right hip down. Extending forward through the crown of the head, back through the heel, just like from that tabletop. One more inhale. As you exhale, bend into left knee, cross the right leg behind the left, plant right toes off left side of the mat for your curtsy lunge. Fly the hands back and deepen the bend in that left knee. Beautiful, guys. Extend out through those fingertips. Let that open you across the chest. See if you can find your way from here right back to that Vira 3. Hands through prayer. Right leg up and back. One more inhale. Exhale, right foot meets the left, forward fold, let it go. Beautiful, guys. Nice job. Take an inhale to lift up halfway length. As you exhale, separate the feet mat's distance apart. Toes point slightly out, heels slightly in, and sink the hips down for Malasana Yogi Squat. Option to take it static right from here, hands through prayer. Thumbs meet with the center of the chest, elbows inside the knees. Or option to rock it out if you prefer to take a little movement in your Malasana. If this yogi squat doesn't work for you, always welcome if you have a block, a book, a pillow, a blanket, anything like that to place underneath the seat that can make it a little more accessible. Or you can even just sink the seat down and bring the feet a little further out in front of you. From this Malasana, if crow poses in your practice, you may find your way there to take it back through a vinyasa. If you have no interest in the crow, simply plant the palms, lengthen out the legs, and step back to plank pose. Either take it through your vinyasa or come right to the dog. Beautiful job, guys. Next, inhale, right leg sweeps up and back. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Drop that right shoulder down, level it off with the left. One more deep inhale here. Exhale, rock forward, knee to left shoulder. Extend out through that leg, plant the foot. Left palm peels up, fall in triangle. One more inhale here. Exhale, left palm plants. Inhale the right leg up and back, bend the knees, stack the hips. If you like to flip your dog nice and slow, maybe making your way right into it. Press the hips up, get that stretch through the belly, through the hip flexors. Extend out through right fingers. If you flipped nice and slow, find your way up, back, and around. Maybe even keeping that right hand lifted as we find our way to our high lunge once again. Beautiful, guys. Right foot between the hands. Inhale, the arms sweep up overhead. Beautiful, guys. Again, find that alignment, knee over ankle. Dropping down through the tailbone, open up through the front of left thigh. Big inhale, lift the ribs out of the waist. Exhale, twist to the right, thumbs face up, gaze maybe back to your right thumb behind you. Next, inhale, high lunge. Right fingertips sweep forward and up. Exhale, open out, warrior 2. Deep bend into that front knee never to come forward past the ankle. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Flip the front palm, drop the back. Option to bind that left hand behind you, looking for your right hip crease. From here, next inhale, find your way back up to that warrior 2. Exhale to shift forward, reach forward through right fingers. Right forearm comes to right thigh. Left arm stretches up and over the ear line. Extended side angle pose. Now, option from here, if you like to take the transition exactly as we did before by coming back to that warrior 2, back to the high lunge and then charging. Option if you like to challenge the balance and strength of your core from this extended side angle. Parallel the right arm to the left, like you're holding a big beach ball over your head. And then keeping the arms in line with the ears. Start to pivot onto those back toes, come right to that charging lunge. Nice job, guys. Big inhale here. Exhale, hands through prayer. Start to shift the weight forward, find your way back to that warrior 3, standing on the right leg. Big inhale. Exhale, cross the left leg behind the right. Plant left toes. Fly the hands back, deepen the bend in right knee. Inhale brings you right back to that warrior three, hands at heart center. And coming up to stand, drawing left knee into the chest. Beautiful, guys. Arms extend up overhead. If you like to modify, keep that left knee bent, but keep drawing the knee nice and close to the chest. If you like a little more, extend the left leg out in front of you. One more inhale here. See if you can lift the foot a little higher. Exhale, left leg crosses over the right for your eagle pose. So left leg over right, left arm under right. Either grabbing opposite shoulders, maybe crossing at the forearms, maybe palm sprouts. See if you can sink the weight a little further back towards your heel. Find a little tuck to the tail, sit a little lower. Beautiful, guys, big inhale. As you exhale, pivot the upper body forward, hovering the torso once again over the thighs. Keeping those eagle arms wrapped, unwrap left leg. Come back to your warrior three with eagle arms. Nice and slow, bend into the right knee. Left toes land softly at the back of the mat, high lunge with eagle arms. Beautiful, guys. Squeeze the arms in opposite directions. Inhale, lift the elbows, fingertips reach along the ceiling. Find that little baby back bend. Next, inhale, find your way back up through center. Release the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come down to frame the right foot and straighten the right leg. Nice long variation of our pyramid pose. Beautiful, guys. Keep pulling up on that right kneecap. If you like to flex the foot, come up onto right heel, you're welcome to do so. If you're keeping that foot flat, just keep pressing weight into the big toe mound of that right foot. Wherever you are, feel for plugging right hip up and back in space. One more inhale. As you exhale, bend into the right knee, find a lunge. Bring both hands to the inside of right foot. Heel toe that right foot to the outside edge of your mat for a lizard lunge. Driving the motion with that back heel, start to rock forward and back in your lizard. Eventually lowering down onto that back knee. Untucking back toes. Maybe staying here on the hands, dragging the hands back to send the chest forward through the shoulders. If you have a little more space, welcome to come down. First the left forearm, then maybe the right. Giving the legs a nice stretch after all that we just asked of them. An option to stay right here. If you're healthy in the knees and you'd like a little more stretch into that right hip and maybe left hip flexors. If you are very open in the pose, you're welcome to take this from the forearms. You'll keep left forearm down and just take it across the mat so left hand reaches towards your right foot. Otherwise, if you're coming up onto the hands, wherever you are, turn right toes off to the right side of the mat, making them like diagonally out to the right. Start to roll towards pinky toe edge of that back foot. Right hand comes inside that right thigh and start to press the thigh gently away from you. Maybe doing a little bit of manually opening up into that hip, rocking that thigh in and out, forward and back. Maybe even grabbing the flesh of that right thigh and rolling it out. And again, any pain or strain in the knee, come back to that first variation. Wherever you are, one more inhale. Exhale, release. Right hand or right forearm comes down. Right toes point forward. Find your way up to the hands if you aren't there already. We'll make our way back to a plank pose, so tuck back toes. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Option to take it through a vinyasa or press right back to the dog. Beautiful, guys. One more flow. Inhale the left leg up and back. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Right heel sinks down towards the mat. One more big inhale here. Exhale, rock forward, knee to right shoulder. Extend the leg out long for that fallen triangle. Planting the left foot, lifting right hand. One more big inhale, press hips up 1 more inch. Exhale, right hand comes down. Left leg sweeps up and back, 3-legged dog. Maybe taking that right into your wild thing or rock star pose. Flipping the dog if you did so on that first side. And then coming back to our high lunge from here. So if you flipped your dog, if you'd like to test the balance option to try to keep that left hand lifted as you step the left foot forward. Otherwise, of course, both hands can come down through that plank pose to step left foot up. From that low lunge, inhale, fingertips sweep forward and up, find your high lunge. Big inhale, lift ribs out of the waist. Exhale, twisting to the left, open it up. Thumbs face up, maybe gazing back to that left thumb. One more inhale, get taller through the spine. One more exhale, maybe twist deeper. Inhale, back to your high lunge, left fingers down, forward and up. Exhale, open out, warrior 2. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Flip the front palm, drop the back, maybe bind that right hand behind you, looking for left hip crease. Next, inhale, find your way back up, warrior 2. Exhale, shift forward, reach forward through that left hand. Bring left forearm to left thigh, right arm up and over the ear, side angle bend. Rolling that right shoulder back wherever you are. Option to stay right here, or option to parallel the left arm with the right. Beautiful, guys. Keep drawing that core in nice and tight. Stay strong in that left leg. Bring the weight out of left toes. Option to keep the arms as they are, coming right to that charging lunge, pivoting onto back toes. Or option to make your way back up to that warrior 2 to make the transition here. Meeting in that charging lunge, torso hovers just over the front thigh. One more inhale. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Start to shift the weight forward, make your way to that warrior 3, standing on the left leg. Stand forward through crown of the head, reach back through the hip. One more inhale. Exhale, bend the left knee, step the right toes off left side of the mat. Hands slide back, find that curtsy, deep in the bend in the left knee. Inhale brings you right back to that warrior 3 as best you can, moving mindfully. Inhale brings you up to stand, right knee draws into the chest. Arms reach up overhead. Either staying here with the knee bent, drawing that thigh and belly one day to touch, or option to extend the right leg out in front of you. If you're extending that leg, try to do so without leaning back. One more inhale, lift the foot 1 more inch. Exhale, right leg wraps around the left for your eagle pose. So right leg over left, right arm under left, grabbing opposite shoulders, or maybe taking the eagle wrap a little further. See if you can bring some weight out of left toes into left heel and sit a little lower. Big inhale, lift up through the spine. Exhale, charging forward. Torso hovers just over the front thigh. Extend forward through the arms. Keep the arms, unwrap right leg back to that warrior 3 just for a breath. And exhale, right toes lightly to the back of the mat. High lunge with eagle arms. Inhale, lift the elbows. One day forearms come parallel to the ceiling. Exhale here. Inhale brings you back up through center. Release the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come down to frame the left foot and straighten the left leg for that long variation of pyramid pose. Back heel is reaching down towards the mat, but it doesn't have to touch. Wherever you are, feel for plugging that left hip up and back. If you aren't flexing the foot coming up onto the heel, keep pressing weight down into big toe mound of that left foot. And wherever you are, pulling up on left kneecap. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Plant the palms, rebend into that left knee. Step both hands to the inside of left foot and heel to the left foot over to left side of the mat for your lizard. Using that right heel to drive the motion, start to rock forward and back, opening up into the hips. As you're ready, right knee settles down, untuck right toes. Maybe staying on the hands, dragging the hands back to send the chest forward through the arms. Maybe finding that same sensation from the forearms, dragging the elbows back to send the chest forward through the shoulders. Wherever you are, let the breath start to slow down. See if you can find just a little bit more length through the spine as you're here. If you'd like to take that variation, if you're healthy in the knees, take it from the forearms, just cross that right forearm over towards the left side of the mat, and you'll take the left hand to the left thigh. If you're on the hands, right hand stays down. Wherever you are, turn the left toes out to the left knee, and toes should face the same direction. And then the left hand comes to the inner left thigh, and just gently starting to press that thigh away from you. Maybe pressing it back and forth. Maybe even grabbing the meat of that left thigh and rolling it outwards. And last breath in and out here. And gently release, both hands come down. Left toes face forward. Tuck the back toes, lift back knee. Step back, find your plank pose. Option to take it through your vinyasa or right back to the dog. From that downward facing dog, we'll make our way down to sit on the knees to start working into that camel pose. So inhale to roll forward, find your plank. Exhale, nice and slow, drop the knees down to the mat. And sit the hips back onto the heels. Give the wrists, the arms a little shake, anything you need there. So let's talk a little bit about camel before we make our way into it. So for our camel pose, most of us, I think, have done this pose before. So basics are keep the knees about hips distance apart. Same thing for the feet, so you don't have the feet winging out or caving in. A lot of times we hear press the hips forward. This is a good cue and a bad cue at the same time. The point of pressing those hips forward is so that as we come back, our hips don't come back with us. What we don't want is to press the hips forward so much that they start to come forward past the knees. So we're pressing the hips forward in such a way that we want to keep a nice vertical line from the knees up through the hips and bend from there. Make sense? Any questions on that? Okay. So find your way up onto the knees. Knees about hips distance apart, same for the feet behind you. And we'll start with the hands on the low back, just above the seat, fingers point down. Bring the elbows nice and close together behind you. Take a big inhale, see if you can grow a little taller through the spine, lift up through the ribs. As you exhale, bring the elbows a little closer together behind you. Another inhale, see if you can get a little taller. As you exhale, elbows squeezed, maybe starting to lift the chest. Big inhale, lift up a little taller. As you exhale, maybe starting to bend back a little further. One more inhale here, see if you can lift the chest, pretend there's a string attached to it pulling you upwards. As you exhale, stay, hold. And next inhale brings you back up through center. Sit the hips on the heels, give yourself a couple of breaths. And roll out the neck if you like, if you need a little more movement there. Let's take our second round of camel. Find your way back up onto the knees. Again, hips distance apart or thereabouts. Same for the feet. Hands come behind you, elbows squeeze together, open up through the chest. Big inhale, lift up taller. Exhale, maybe starting to take it back. Each inhale, get a little taller. Imagine I'm pulling you up by your chest. Each exhale, maybe coming a little further back. Keeping that space in the low back, pressing the hips so they stack directly over the knees. If the hands can come down to the heels, you're welcome to take them there. If you're taking that variation, maybe starting to squeeze shoulder blades together, opening up across the chest even more. Keep lengthening the tailbone down towards the heels. Try not to lose that length through the low back. One more inhale, lift the chest. One more exhale to hold. Inhale brings you up. Use the hands for help if you need to. And lower the seat back down to the hips. So for this last round of the camel pose, we're going to have the option for a dancing camel. This is one of my favorite things to do with you guys. So the way the dancing camel works is we're going to come in and out of that back bend, and we're going to bring one arm over the ear as we go side to side. So before we get started, if you're taking that dancing camel, right hand will come to the mat, maybe to the heel on the right side of your right foot. Left hand sweeps forward across the mat over towards the right and lifts up over the ear line as you lift the hips. And then taking that same motion in reverse, you'll lower the seat down. Left hand sweeps across the mat to the outside of your left hip. Right hand follows it, sweeping across. Press the hips up as that right arm sweeps back. And you lower the hips. Again, same thing in reverse. Cross the mat. Right hand outside right hip. And you come up. If you're pretty comfortable in your camel pose and you'd like to take that motion around 360 degrees, as you lift, you can always work that hand all the way over to the other side. Other hand follows it, and you lower the hips as you come down. And then reverse the direction, go full circle the other way. If anybody has any questions, I'm going to come over and see how you guys are doing. If you have questions, you are welcome to ask. Beautiful, guys. Yeah, get that sweepy motion into it. That's half the fun. Of course, traditional camel is more than welcome. Beautiful, guys. If you're taking that dancing camel, go once more each direction. If you're in that static camel, see if you can draw the elbows a little closer. Yes, Melissa, nice adjustment. As you're ready, slowly lower the seat back down to the heels. Work yourself towards the back of the mat. Bring the knees together, feet together. Thighs support the belly as you crawl it out. Take a nice child's pose. Feel like a little extra softening through the shoulders. Maybe relax the arms along the sides. Palms face up, hands back by the feet. Breathing into the back body, feel it rise with the breath. And slowly start to find your way back up to sit on the heels. Drop the seat to one side, swing the legs out in front of you. Extend the legs out long, legs together, flex the feet, pull even little pinky toes back towards the face. Big inhale, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, nice long spine as you forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Always welcome to keep a bend in the knees here to get that belly to thigh connection. Always focus mostly on our length through the spine in these folds, rather than the length through the hamstrings. Never compromise the health of your back for any other part of the pose. We are drawing shoulder blades down the back body. Imagine sending The chest a little further away from the waist with each breath. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Next inhale, slowly find your way back up through center. Shift forward on the mat, bend up the knees, arms reach forward. Tuck the chin to the chest, around the spine, come all the way down to the back, rolling down one vertebra at a time. Get it on the way down. And once you're there, draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side, any little movements you need. Give yourself a little massage for the low back. And then from here, extending the arms out to its heel, move through our final twists. So if you'd like to eagle wrap the legs or take any other variations for your supine twist, you're welcome to do so. Otherwise, keeping the knees together, shift the hips over towards the right, drop the knees to the left, gaze comes over your right shoulder. Wherever you are, shoulders grounding down into the mat. And let everything soften as you find that twist. Stretching out all the muscles, the belly, the core, anything that we ask so much of today. Resetting the spine after our backward bends. Next inhale, find your way back through center. Shift the hips over towards the left and drop the knees to the right. Gaze comes over left shoulder. Ending your practice with a twist is a really nice way to sort of reset all the work you've done throughout the practice. So when you find that twist, see if you can really surrender into it and everything release. Next inhale, find your way back through center. Draw the knees into the chest one more time. If you have any final movements, poses, stretches, adjustments you need to make, you're welcome to take them here. A few breaths before we make our way down to our Shavasana. And when you do find your way down for final rest, option for today if you'd like. You bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees flap apart. Maybe your arms off to the sides, maybe up overhead. You like that little extra passive stretch for the inner thighs. Otherwise, any other way that's comfortable for you is more than welcome for your final rest. And slowly starting to make your way down if you haven't already. Give yourself a gentle rock side to side on the back of the head. And be letting the head stay to each side. Just last little passive stretch for the neck each direction. And then coming back through center, finding that comfortable place on the back of the skull. Allowing everything to soften, release into your mouth. Take one deep inhale in through the nose, fill the lungs completely. Exhale, sigh it out the mouth, let everything go. Seal off the lips. Allow the breath to return to its natural rhythm and depth. Releasing all control over the breath in the body. Softening through the soles of the feet, toes to the heels, releasing up through the ankles, the lower legs, and the knees. Release all the muscles, the thighs, seat, and the pelvis. The hips soften and relax completely. Soften the fingertips, all the little knuckles and joints of the hands, the backs of the hands, the palms, and the wrists release. Soften the forearms, the elbows, the muscles of the upper arms and the shoulders. Feel them melting down into the mat. Soften the low back, the low belly, the middle back and the abdomen, the entire rib cage, the shoulder blades, even the lungs and the heart. The entire spine, every vertebrae, heavy on the mat. All the muscles that support it getting loose. Soften the neck, the throat, the jaw, and the teeth. Soften the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Release the cheekbones, the temples, the sinuses, and inner ears. Release the brow. Soften the muscles around the eyes. Allow the entire scalp to be loose around the skull. Feel the entire body drained of effort, completely relaxed, heavy on the mat. Spend a few moments here. I'll bring you back when it's time. Slowly begin to deepen the breaths. Gently reawakening into the body. As the breath deepens, start to bring movements to the fingers, the toes. Letting that movement start to grow with the breath. Rolling the ankles and the wrists. Stretching out through the arms and the legs, taking any movements you need to reawaken into the body. Bring the arms up over the head, take a full body stretch, fingertips to toe. And then drawing the knees into the chest, rolling off to the right side. Use the right arm as a pillow, rounding the spine. Use the hands to gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Maybe the eyes stay closed. Join the palms together over the heart. Take a moment to revisit your intention if you set one. And just to bring awareness to the body. Notice any changes that may have occurred. Take an inhale to lift the chest. And exhale to bow the head. Thank you so much for sharing your time, your practice with me this morning. It's an honor and a pleasure to guide you through this practice. The light in me bows to and honors the light in each of you. Namaste.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you, Sam. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank
Sam.
you.
Sam.
You're so welcome.
Have a good week.